want to get your help. How do you or how do people know that your business and you exist? If you're in business, again, how do people, potential customers, clients know that you exist? How are they finding out? Are you online? Are you bringing people to you? Are you advertising? Are you using celebrities? What are you doing to share the word and let people know about your business and what you have going on? Because I wanted to get some ideas from people who are actually doing business, people that are either selling a product or service or providing that to consumers and are actively advertising and looking to gain new customers while taking care and maintaining the relationships of existing customers. Now, I personally am in California, Napa Valley, wine country, St. Helena. Beautiful day today, so I wanted to just come out here and talk to you guys, show you guys what's going on in my neck of the woods and why I have this question for you guys this morning. So, as you can see, there's tons of grapevines around. And like I said, I am in St. Helena, Napa Valley, wine country. So if you can imagine, a lot of tourists visit to do wine tasting, check out the different sites, right? And I'm sure a lot of the wineries, a lot of the vineyards that are producing wine, they have a budget that's typically more than the average individual has when it comes to, promoting and advertising for their business. So they might have more money to spend on marketing campaigns and other things that maybe the average person doesn't have. So I started thinking a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a few people that are in this wine business, this wine industry that you see, right? And so many people said, hey, look, there's a slowdown with the economy. We're not selling as many cases. We're not selling as many bottles of wine. And here the grapes are still on the vines. More grapes coming every single day, and people are going to be here in the next month or so harvesting all these grapes because they're turning them into wine. So some kind of advertising has to be going on if they want to get rid of this stuff. Now, most people aren't in the wine business. I just so happen to be in this region of the country where it's wine and hospitality. So my question is, how, whatever business it is that you're doing, how are you attracting customers? Again, how are you getting new business to make sure that your business actually survives and keeps going? And I really want some participation, guys. Leave any comment. It'll be helpful. That way I can just see what's going on outside of what I'm thinking, right? And I can get some feedback from you guys. But I was watching something the other day, and the gentleman said $20,000, if you had that amount of money, what he would recommend is investing in an account that would pay you every 90 days. Now, what was he talking about investing in? He said, go to JP Morgan and Chase, and you'll be able to get an account, invest in energy. I'm like, wow, okay. So he said, invest in energy because every single person that you could think of right now walks into their house and they want the power to get flipped on and they want light. He said it was 108 degrees where I am, and I needed my AC, my air conditioner. And everybody's going to be paying for these things because they're essential. They're things that people can't live without or don't want to live without, right? So they're going to even put it on auto pay, set it and forget it to make sure that their services are there. So if you're investing in something like energy, he said 20 grand, boom, put it in an investment. Every 90 days, it pays you 3 grand. Every 90 days, it pays you 3 grand. So not only are you going to get your money back in a matter of time, but you're going to continue to get more money because that 90-day period, it comes over every 90 days. And then that 20 grand you invest one time and you keep getting every 90 days and a return on your investment. So the lesson there is there's a ton of things. There's a billion things that we can all be selling. We can all be promoting. But first of all, are we promoting? Are we selling? Are we in the business of something that people don't want to live without? Like electricity, right? Like gas. And a lot of times when you think about these things, it's like, man, how do I become my own gas company? How do I become my own electricity company? The funny thing is it's not that hard, and you don't have to go out there and actually start a company from scratch. There's partnerships that are already out there that you can take advantage of to have exactly what we're talking about. But the funny thing is it's not just energy though. It's way more than just energy. That's just one service that's essential. Some of the business owners that are going to be watching this, you guys might have payroll. You guys might have a small staff, and payroll is something that's necessary for the business to run. Well, that's an expense that every business pretty much has. Now, if you were to take all these expenses from these businesses and you turn it into a situation where these expenses can actually bring in income and revenue, as a business owner, that's a win-win. If I'm having to spend money on gas and electricity, payroll, and I could turn around and have these expenses pay me residually, why wouldn't I want to do that, right? So these are the things that people are doing right this minute as we speak, as you guys watch. People are taking advantage of this right now. And so many people don't even know that it exists. So that's why I'm doing this live, to share. If anybody wants to get started looking at their bills, their expenses, you don't even have to be a business owner. But the funny thing is, as a business owner, this should make more sense to you because you understand that expenses are part of business. And if I'm going to spend money to run my business, if the expenses could pay me and bring more money back into my business, why wouldn't I at least look at it to see if it makes sense? So yesterday I was talking to two people at my job, and I spoke to some folks who wanted to get health coverage. They wanted to get health care. That's another expense that you might be looking at as a business owner. If it's for yourself, your family, or your employees, doesn't matter. Healthcare is an expense that most people don't want to deal with, but they do want the protection, the coverage. So if you can provide something that's not only affordable, but meets the needs for the people that want that coverage, that's a huge blessing. And sometimes I happen to run across business owners that are in that very situation, or families or individuals. And yesterday there were two of them that were very grateful and thankful that we got a chance to interact and connect. And I shared the information that would help them not only get that health care they needed, but also keep more of their money in their pocket. So how are you, ladies and gentlemen, getting people to know that your business exists? And what is it that you're actually selling? Is it a product? Is it a service? Is it essential? Is it a want, right, that people can do without, or is it something that they actually need? Please do me a favor, share in the comments so that way we can stay connected and, again, talk about ideas that everybody can benefit from. And that's all we're doing, sharing. Nobody has to do anything. We're just sharing information and seeing who can benefit, and trying to make sure that everybody has all the necessary tools to get the job done and accomplish what they want. So if I can help any further, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep you. Leave me a comment, leave me a message, and I'll be able to help you. Have a great Friday. Peace.